So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coast to Coast. I'm Cari Champion. You are
David Lloyd. Here.
Can you hear me this morning?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
You got me?
I'm not going to leave you hanging today. I am locked in here, Cari.
So did I hear about a comeback? Tiger already with a comeback?
Well, he's already had a golf.
Yeah.
And you asked me a question, and I didn't have any response. And then I looked at you with sort of a pained expression. Go ahead, make the expression.
You were like...
Yeah.
What was that? But the thing is, you often do that, and so I just thought that it was no big deal.
No,
I was asking.
It was
you
my
couldn't
IFB.
hear me.
It wasn't working. I couldn't hear what you were saying. So that was.
I was saying that you were wonderful, and that if I had to choose a work Valentine in the most platonic way, that it would be you. And I said, hey, you want to be my Valentine? And you were like, huh?
You know, we're having Paul Feinbaum on later, so.
Okay.
So I want you to stay with that Valentine set.
Yeah, on his new friends and LeBron James's mood, if you will.
Were those Comic Sans? That was in Comic Sans?
That was exactly.
There's always a special connection, LeBron to Comic Sans, I think.
Oh boy! But do you like the new look Cavs, the team formerly known as?
How could you not like them?
Yeah.
You know who really likes them?
Who?
LeBron. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
When we analyze this trade, yes, we can sit here and talk about.
And it's a small sample size, but how do you explain the immediate chemistry that they have on the court?
Being honest, I think the immediate
pushback. What didn't they have before that they have now? What's the one thing?
They're off.
Was the question. Can it translate into
championships? That's the biggest question about the Raptors. They have not exactly overachieved in the postseason the last 3-4 years.
We shall see. That's Brian Windhorst with the insight as usual. Thank you so much, my friend. We're going. One of the big stories in the NFL last season was injuries to big-name quarterbacks. The Packers' Aaron Rodgers was at the top of the list with his broken collarbone, but he was not the only one. Texans' Deshaun Watson and Eagles' Carson Wentz suffered torn ACLs during the season. While Andrew Luck's shoulder injury continues to be a storyline. What's going on there for the Colts heading into next season? Our Field Yates attempts to answer all of these questions and more. Okay, so David, unfortunately, you haven't been able to come here and see me. I wish that would have been the case.
I know.
It's not easy to find said location of what we call LAPC. And that's why it was so funny, because that's so internal. Shaq's like, what is a LAPC? What does that mean to me?
Did he try to GPS it and nothing came
like
up?
LAPC. And it's like,
LAPC?
And by the way, across the street from Staples is a lot of things. It's an entire thing called LA Live. It's like, where do I go?
So
it's almost like you're saying, meet me in Bristol.
So you're blaming Stephen A. for giving him the bad info there.
Yeah, you got to be very specific.
Cross the street from Staples and then you'll find the LAPC. All right. So that's
whatever
why
that
Shaq
means.
was there.
He does not know, but maybe our insider, Brian Windhorst, joining us now, maybe he knows. That's a former player's perspective. Shaq, a better basketball player than you?
Much.
Okay.
Much, even to this day.
To this day? Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what he just said. He said that he doesn't think that they'll be able, they being the Rockets, to be able to beat the Warriors. Your take?
I think the Rockets are a lot better defensively than they've ever been.
Something else, but Shaq said the defense is something that most folks do not pay attention to. Considered underwhelming in comparison to the Warriors' offense. Their defense, could their defense shut down the Houston Rockets?
No, they don't have to shut it.
4-game win streak heading into the break, folks. So let's talk about it. Shaq was also asked about their chances of getting past the Warriors. Take a listen, and we'll have Brian weigh in. Paying attention to the North. We got to stop. Not we, but people in general. Got to give the Raptors their respect. We really do.
Another blowout win last night.
All right.
They've won 7 in a row.
Shout out to the Raptors. Brian here, these folks. I'm bringing in NBA analyst Chiney Ngumake. She joins us now here on Coast to Coast. So we just talked about it earlier with Brian Windhorst when he was on the show about the Rockets and how they're built. This is what Brian says. Brian Windhorst says they're constructed to beat Golden State. But let me talk to you about them. What impresses you most about this team outside of what Brian says is their construction? Well, to their head coach, because it works for them in that particular system. Meanwhile, they're half a game ahead of Golden State heading into the All-Star break. Steve Kerr has said that his team just simply needs some rest, so they're getting that much-needed rest. After the break, I'm very curious to see what this team, referring to Golden State, looks like. So help me out. When do you think they can get back to playing better basketball?
They can flip the switch. I think we say it 100 times, but
no matter what.
No matter what, it's the Warriors' world. I mean, right now it is.
Yeah,
but the Rockets have a shot.
They have a shot.
They have a legit
That's
shot.
Fair.
They should keep shooting their shot.
You're saying there's a chance. That's Chiney Ngumake. Thank you so much for joining us here on Coast to Coast. So Brady, Big Ben, Drew Brees, those old familiar faces led their teams to the playoffs in 2017. However, some fresh faces made their presence felt. 4 of the 12 teams that made the playoffs were led by quarterbacks ages 25 or under. Consider that. Well, has the changing of the guard started under center? We asked that question. Field Yates talks about the potential future of the NFL.
Go ahead, please.
The first one is that you gonna make me wait 23 years, homeboy? That's the first one. And then if I go wait 23 years, I want to have a nice wedding. Why is it when you want to do it on your time and how you want to do it?
That was a nice. They had a fake Elvis there. They had some cake. It was a beautiful, lovely ceremony. Was
Get
it
out
not?
of here. Go make her wait 23 years and then make her get married with Elvis. Get out of here.
I thought the same thing. She has no
Okay.
say whatsoever in her wedding. It's just, we're going to slam it into the second.
All right, so Tom Brady, let's just send folks at home. He's good. I don't know if you know that. But last year, he was historic. Is that new news? I don't know. By winning the NFL MVP, he became the oldest player to ever be named league MVP in the 4 major sports. But Brady wasn't alone, as the elder statesmen of the NFL made their presences known in 2017. Here's our Field Yates on where they go from here. Isn't that lovely? Meanwhile, coming up after the break, David and I recap the worst NBA plays of the first half. You don't want to miss it. But first, here's our Ryan Smith. What's going on OTL, my man?
People are
Sometimes I'm just
flexing
tired.
and it's all
Just
good
tired.
stuff. That was
You
a
gonna
fun
watch
way
the
to
game
end
this
the
weekend?
week.
Yeah, what? You gonna watch the game this weekend?
I sure will. I might watch
All right.
a lot of things this weekend. It's a big
Oh,
weekend.
oh.
OTL
Big
next.
weekend.